Genesis chapter 6. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair. And they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. Now, is that 120 years to build the ark? I'll say no, because he built it within the next 100 years. That's God limiting the lifespan of man to 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me, that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. The first time grace is mentioned in the Bible. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with God. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt. For all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, The end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. He said, gopher wood. Boys, it's a joke. Rooms shall thee make in the ark, and shalt pitch it within and without with pitch. Something like tar, or like what we use for asphalt. It's waterproof and seals the wood. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make it of. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50, and the height of it 30 cubits. A cubit in those days could have been one or the other. There were 2 cubits known. One is more common, of what we're aware of. It's about 18 inches, or the length of your arm from fingertip to elbow. The other is called the Egyptian cubit. And it may come because of this chapter where it says giants were on the earth in those days. We see drawings in Egypt of these great men who ruled, apparently, in Egypt. Great men as in large men. And perhaps that's where the Egyptian cubit was established, because the Egyptian cubit is about 21.6 inches today. So depending on which cubit you're using is what determines the length of the ark. So it was 300 cubits in length, 50 in breadth, and 30 in height. Perfect dimensions for a seaworthy vessel. Although he wasn't really trying to go anywhere, he was just trying to float. A window shalt thou make in the ark, and in a cubit shalt thou finish it above, and the door of the ark you shall set in the side thereof with lower, second, and third stories. You shall make it. And behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under heaven. And everything that is in the earth shall die. But with thee will I establish my covenant. And thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons and thy wife and thy sons' wives with thee, and of every living thing of all flesh 2 of every sort shalt thou bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee. That they shall be male and female, of fowls after their kind, of cattle after their kind, of every creeping thing after his kind. 2 of every sort shall come into the ark, to keep them alive. And take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee. It shall be for food, for thee, and for them. Plenty of provisions, plenty of space in the ark. Plenty of space. Thus did Noah according to all that God commanded him, so did he. Probably they only needed 1 level for the animals. If you were to see, the size of the average animal is about the size of a sheep if you take an average between all the animals on earth. With using the smaller cubit, you would be able to fit over 180,000 sheep on the ark if it was just packed full of sheep. That leaves plenty of room. There's about 8,000 kinds on earth, kinds of animals. So again, they only needed 16,000 spaces for something about the size of a sheep. Obviously, there were, as he said, he was to make compartments and make divisions within the ark so that they all had their own little cage compartmentalized. They could stack up, go across, and depending on the size of the animal, plenty of space. Probably they only needed 1 level for the animals. They needed another level for the food, and the higher level for them so they don't have to smell the animals. You know what I'm saying?